So let's have a look at some of saVRee's features. This is our 3D model interface, which we can access directly through a web browser. On the top left and top right of the screen, we've got a series of icons as well as down on the lower side of the screen. And these icons represent different features associated with this particular 3D model. So if we go over to here and we click on this particular icon, this one's called parts, we can actually hide various parts of the model, the outer ring, the inner ring, the seal, etc. We can also invert the selection, and then we can reset the selection. In addition to that, we can also change how the model is set up. This one uses a seal, this bearing uses a seal. We can change it to use a shield instead. We can take a cross section. You can see here that we've got a cross section of the ball bearing, gives you some labels, and we've also got some more labels over here. Let me turn the cross section off for a moment. We can turn on annotations. That's these dots here. If we go back to the cross section, the annotations actually make sense. We click on them and we get a bit of information about each of these main components. We can turn the annotations off, and we can also select them from a drop-down list or a drop-down menu. It's just another way of toggling between the annotations. I'll turn them off again. If we go to the next icon, this is the quiz. And you can see they reappear. And it says click on the separator. We have a look around. Click on the separator. We get the tick mark. And then we can click on the outer ring. Say it's this one here. That one's actually wrong. We go to reveal. You can see that it's number 2. And that would be the correct answer. And you can see that we've got 1 of 5 so far correct, and this is question number 3. I'll turn off the quiz for a moment, and let me just get rid of the annotations for the final time. We can select a video. These are video lessons associated with the 3D model. If you click here, then you can see that we've got a video associated with the model. This is actually the anti-friction bearings, how they work video. We can close that down. There would be sound normally, but I've turned it off on my laptop at the moment. You can select ball bearing summary, another video lesson, or ball bearing introduction. And that would again load up another video, and you can really learn a bit about the ball bearing whilst interacting with the 3D model. There are also podcasts associated with various models. This one does have a podcast, but we haven't attached it just yet. You can pull up the article if you want to read about this particular ball bearing, what it is and how it works, etc. And on the right hand side, we've got some stuff that tells you how the interface works. If you want to click on help, you can click on the report a bug icon, and here you can report any bugs you find, if any are present. You can close the model window like that, and you can relaunch it by clicking on the middle. And it's also possible, if you want, let me just hide the labels for a moment, to play the animation like it's done here. Or perhaps if we pause it, we can go back to the full view, and we can choose to hide some of the parts again, like the outer ring, maybe the inner ring, or at least the shield. And then we can play the animation again. Whilst the animation's playing, it's possible to add the various bits if you want to. So it truly is interactive. If that's not enough for you, you can pause the animation. You can adjust the speed or change the position of the animation like I just did. Take the cross section, you can see that. Like this to zoom to a particular piece of the animation. If you want, you can turn the speed up, or you can turn it down, like so. If you want to view the model in virtual reality, you can. You just click on this icon. And now you can see that if we were wearing a pair of virtual reality glasses, then this model would now be in 3D. All the same features are present, it's just that the model is in 3D, and if you've got a headset with some interactive tools, then you can use your hands to interact with the 3D model. I'm going to change back to normal mode. And there's one other icon in the lower right hand corner, and that is to expand to full screen, but we don't actually need that because we're already in full screen mode at the moment. So I hope that gives you a bit of insight into how you can interact with the 3D models. You can select the 3D models from the 3D model database, and it will load the 3D models directly. Or you can select the 3D models via the encyclopedia. Just load up one of the encyclopedia articles, there are several hundred of these, and then click on Load 3D Model, or click on the associated image, and the 3D model you're reading about in the encyclopedia will load up. We've got over 40 hours of video courses on saVRee at the moment. The 3D models are attached to each of our courses, mostly so that students can learn with them and really get a good understanding of the machine or the component and how it works, and they get to interact with it, which improves their learning retention rate as well as increasing understanding. If you want to embed the 3D models on your own website with your own logo, etc., you can. Just drop us an email and we'll tell you exactly how that works. Thanks very much for your time.